On human target.
Good. Beautiful.
Garner St. John, designer to the stars. Impressive stuff.
Libby, move!
What does anybody want from a fashion mogul, anyway?
Guy has a net worth in the millions.
You've managed to make a pretty deadly enemy somewhere along the line.
Steve, look out!
Is there something going on between you two? Are you falling for this guy?
Heads up!
Let's see, the last I heard about you, you were traveling around Eastern Europe with the diplomatic corps.
I was an information officer. Pretty boring stuff.
Information officer?
Mm-hmm.
If I remember my spy movies, that's a cover for intelligence work.
Well, you're letting your imagination run away with you, as usual.
My imagination has made me a whole lot of money. Do I sound like a egotistical jerk? Nah. Impossible.
Well, I think you'd run the right. Garner St. John, designer to the stars. That's pretty impressive stuff.
Please.
Not bad for Steve Romanowski from Steubenville, Ohio.
Hey, now you're blowing my cover. God, you're beautiful. Whatever let you go?
Because I decided it was over. Remember?
What are you doing now?
Oh, nothing much. Just flying all around the world in a private jet with a mysterious millionaire. Going out on secret life or death missions every other day. You know.
Your life really isn't a rut.
As a matter of fact, I invited my boss down here to meet you. He doesn't think I had a life before I started working for him.
I still don't. Hi, I'm Chris Chance.
So how long have you been standing there?
Long enough to know when I'm interrupting two people who are doing just fine without me. I'll catch up with you later, okay?
No, Chris, wait a second.
No, don't even think about it. Come on, sit down. Garçon, what do you drink?
Un café, s'il vous plaît. So, what brings you to Paris, Garner?
Call him Steve. He hates that.
Black lace.
Black lace, what?
Yeah, there's a small mill here weaves the finest lace in the world. After 200 years, it's closing down. So I bought every bolt in the place. I know it sounds trivial, but believe me, the French are gonna have a stroke. Libby never actually told me what it is you do for a living.
Diamond smuggling. And a little gun running on the side.
And occasionally real estate transactions. You okay?
Have you hurt?
No, I don't think so. Look, next time you want to corner the market of French lace, maybe you should think about getting out of the country first.
That could have been meant for me. I never knew real estate was such a rough trade. Libby, maybe you ought to tell me just what it is you do for a living. Excuse me, but come on. The human target? This is just a wild guess, but you've probably made a few enemies here and there.
Oh, what about you?
You're in a cutthroat business. You said so yourself.
Come on, Libby, let's not get carried away. Nobody kills over black lace. Although, I was nearly murdered once. Yeah, by a couple of clients. Showed up at a party wearing identical gowns. Mr. Chance, I've enjoyed the tour, but I've got to catch the red-eye back to New York.
Nice meeting you, Garner.
Go ahead. Call me Steve.
Okay, Steve.
I want you to watch out for yourself, okay?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Listen, Chris, I've never asked you to take a case for personal reasons. But now I feel like I have...
You know, Garner, Steve himself doesn't seem to think there's any threat here.
I know he doesn't. But will you please just look into this for me?
Is there something going on between you two? Are you falling for this guy?
No.
Are you telling me the truth?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, Chris, what about this political reformer guy in Hong Kong, huh?
I phoned Cholan last night. People have him under 24 hours advance. They're the best. I can wait a few days.
What would anybody want from a fashion mogul, anyway?
This guy has a net worth in the millions, and he made every dime of it in a very tough business. He might have stepped on some toes along the way. Set a course for New York, Jeff. I want to check a few things out.
Can I ask why?
Sure. I encourage my crew to ask questions.
No, I think it's for Libby. She's got a thing for this guy, and I think she's worried about him.
I still don't like it.
You don't like it? That's because you haven't thought about it the way I have.
Oh?
Chris says he wants to check out some things in New York, right?
Right.
Okay, while he's doing that, that means that you and I get to check out some of the most beautiful women in the world. So you're gonna fly this thing to New York, or am I gonna start flapping my arms?
Wise to seek professional help. You saw what happens when you try to do things yourself. Do you have the money? Good. If there's less than my 20,000 fee, I'll simply keep what's here. You get nothing in return. Assuming it's all here, remember two things. There's no point in trying to contact me the way you did before. That number's been disconnected. Also, the person who referred you to me won't know how to find me until I contact him, which could be in several months or several years from now. Secondly, the contract will be carried out within the week. You can make any arrangements you wish based on that certainty. Have a nice life.
That looks great. I think it looks great. Yeah. Wonderful.
I saw your sketches, by the way. An entire spring line in black.
Hey, what color looks better on a woman? Anyway, it's my comment on the recession.
Your prices? I don't think so, pal.
I really wish you hadn't talked your boss into this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, tread marks on that thick head of yours wouldn't look so ridiculous. It's what we do. Just let us check it out.
All right, all right. Well, I can see she's still just as stubborn as ever when it comes to getting her own way.
We just want to look around, okay?
Be my guest.
Garner.
Libby, I'd like to introduce you to my indispensable right arm, Rita Worth.
You were in the Chanel perfume ads, right?
Guilty. You have a good memory.
I'm very pleased to meet you.
If you'd stuck around, you might have had Rita's job.
Oh, I'm sure I wouldn't have been able to handle it as well as Rita.
It's nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
Oh, and this is Chris.
Hi.
Hi.
And Jeff.
Hi.
And Philo. They're with Fashion Weekly. They want to do a spread on us.
Oh, Paulo's on the phone. He has 2 different sets of specs for the hemline on that glitter number.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, Paulo, what is it?
Okay, photos of everybody, right?
Got it.
So I'll take the models.
And what am I supposed to shoot? The linoleum?
Come on, Philo. You know how shy you get around women.
Yeah, but I feel okay today, and I'll bet you that by the end of tonight, my little black book has a bunch of phone numbers in it. I'll give you a couple of them, all right?
Yeah, sure. Just don't fog up the lens.
Okay, you're a professional. You've done this thousands of times.
Okay, they're women. They're not sex objects. They've got hearts, they've got minds, they've got souls, and they have legs.
Hi, who are you?
Where's Rochelle?
Come in.
Ooh, smooth, smooth, very smooth. Man, you did a full Jackie Gleason.
Hey, hit it, Lee. Here, I think it's better that arm down and a little shoulder, okay? Now, very purposeful, okay? Not too much hip. Easy does it. Good, big smile. Okay, show that silver, baby. Are you seeing the back out there? All right, work those daisies. Good, 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 good. Arch, 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 arch. Yes. Yeah. And off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looking good.
Damn it. I'm going up the catwalk.
Hey, Diana, what is this, the Bataan Death March? Hey, Lib, is any of this working? Hey, don't laugh. My career's on the line here. Help me out. Hey, there's no way I can talk you into getting back up here, is there? All right, all right, all right. Let's try it again. Now, Diana, this time, sell the clothes, all right? That's what we're here for, okay? And 1. All right. Now you're hot. Take it high. You're determined. And around. Sell it. Sell it.
No one's allowed up here.
I was just wondering about that lighting truss, the one hanging over the ramp.
What about it?
Well, it doesn't look too secure to me.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I just do what they tell me.
Coming. Time is money.
Hold it.
You may be onto something after all.
The man on the catwalk handled himself like a pro.
A hired hitman? Yep. I'd laugh if anyone but you suggested it.
Hey, we've managed to make a pretty deadly enemy somewhere along the line. You're gonna have to cooperate with us in discovering who it is. Now, what about David Larrabee?
Who's that?
He invested in my company. I found out he had mob connections, so I dropped him. That was a couple years ago.
Any other disgruntled former partners we should know about?
No, I work alone.
Yeah, well, if you owe anybody money, might as well tell us now, because I'm gonna find out anyway.
I bet you will. But as disgusting as it sounds, I'm swimming in money.
Chris, I'm ready in the lab.
Okay, on our way. Let's go.
See, now that the cylinder has measured your body, every centimeter is entered into the computer.
It's a little like a CAT scan, isn't it?
Yes and no. You see, ours only measures the outside. The inside, it still remains a mystery.
This is where our problems come from. It's what goes on the inside that makes my job difficult, especially if I don't know enough.
I've told you everything I can think of.
I hope so.
Here she comes.
beauty.
That's amazing. Come on, Rochelle, put some life into it. You're not on your way to a funeral. Come on, Rochelle, put some life into it. Come on, Rochelle.
That's good. Okay, no problem. Standard Midwestern accent.
Thanks a lot.
You know, it's funny. Libby pulled up just about every article ever written on you. And Steve Romanowski didn't mention in any of them.
8 years ago, I killed Steve off. I made up a history to go with a name and a reputation I only hoped to make at the time. Oh, hell, I've invented myself 3 or 4 times since then. Expatriate, son of nobility, you read that one? And once, I was even rumored to be the illegitimate son of Cary Grant. I started the rumor.
How's it going?
Fine. We have enough voice samples. Now for the hard part. Libby will be giving you the debriefing.
Why me?
Because you can cut through all the creativity better than I can.
So, is this debriefing another skill you picked up at that dull government job in Eastern Europe? Sounds vaguely ominous.
It does, doesn't it?
Somehow this debriefing hasn't been as grim as I'd imagined. Where were we?
Well, we pretty much caught up to the present. You've told me about Rita. What about your models?
Are you asking me about all the women in my life?
Only for the suspect file.
Now that's crazy. We're like family.
So humor me.
Okay. There's Diana. Very bright. She's applied to law school, so I'll probably be losing her soon. Lee has that exotic look. She's a natural actress. Takes direction beautifully. And Rochelle. Drop dead gorgeous. She's only been in New York a couple months. She's a bit naive and very sweet. Libby, trust me, murder's not their talent. And speaking of talent, how about you? You've done very well here.
I enjoy my work.
Yeah, but you were so ambitious. You once told me you wanted to be president of Christian Dior.
I was also in a very vulnerable position when I told you that.
I remember where you were. But you were right about yourself. You could have been anything you wanted.
What's this?
Remember these?
I can't believe you kept them. Seems like a million years ago.
We were so good together. Come back to me and I'll prove it to you.
Engaging in a little friendly headhunting, Steve?
Uh-oh, caught in the act.
Do it on your own time, okay?
Hey, I'm sorry. Really?
He wasn't offering me a job. Were you?
I won't even ask you to think about it. Good night. Thanks for the lovely debriefing.
He won't ask you to think about it because he knows you will. Good night, Libby.
Did you sleep all right last night?
Fine.
Good.
So, what's on my agenda for today?
For Steve Romanowski, you get to stay on the Black Wing and read a good book.
I was hoping for something a little more active.
Well, you can always try the skeet shooting range below deck. You know, right next to the bowling alley.
Just underneath the Penny Arcade.
Mm-hmm. For Garner St. John, however, a very busy day. Chris has been fully briefed. I've given him all your notes and instructions.
Morning, Libby. Who's that with you? Looks vaguely familiar. No, it'll never work. It's all wrong.
What's wrong?
Come on, Lib, that tie with that shirt? I wouldn't wear it to a circus. Try to get as much as you can on everyone working here. If you hear anything, I'll be in the office going through St. John's files and correspondence.
There you are. I've been worried sick. Where have you been?
Staying with friends. How are things going here?
It's a madhouse. You know things don't go well when you're not around.
Well, I'm here now. You remember Jeff and Philo?
Hi.
They're going to be taking some pictures today. They'll need full access. Shoot whatever you want.
Now, do you still want this to be the order for the show?
Yeah, well, this looks about right to me. Haven't changed my mind.
Well, I thought since you couldn't get the right material for number 17, you might want to make it later in the presentation.
No. 17 seems about right. If it looks tacky, the buyers will have forgotten it by the end.
Yep. Here it is. Kathy, thank you. You still haven't made the changes on this dress.
Ah. Well, I think that can wait a couple days.
But that's not what Rita said.
No, you promised it'd be on the overnight to L.A.
I did. Well, then, if I have to make changes, I will.
You're a genius, Mr. St. John.
You don't want me to talk to her for you?
No, I don't need any help. She surprised me last time, so I got a little bit nervous. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk right up to her. I'm gonna introduce myself to her, and I'm gonna ask her if she'd like to have dinner with me.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you look good. Sound good.
I feel good.
Smell good, too. Hey, that's my cologne, man.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. It's you again. You want a cough drop or something?
Where's Rochelle?
Sorry, I gotta go. Bye.
Oh, brother. I am seriously worried about you.
I just received word from the FBI, Chris.
Any luck with that car in Paris?
No, I'm still working on it. How about you? How's it going?
Okay. I even designed my first gown.
What?
Chance out.
Oh, I thought someone else was in here. What's that?
Just a new dictaphone. Just making some notes to myself.
Legal files. Is there a problem?
No, just checking some papers. Thought maybe I should update my will.
Oh, Garner, don't even joke about that.
Sorry.
You're so stubborn. At least let me hire you a bodyguard.
Don't worry about it. Now, was there something you wanted?
Yes, it's showtime in 3 hours. We have to get the truck loaded and rolling.
Well, let's go.
All right, ladies. Let's go. 5 minutes.
Mary, I need a black button on this immediately.
All right, I've checked out both sides. Nobody fits the description of the guy that knocked Chance off the catwalk.
Okay, well, everything looks all right from here. The ushers are only seating people with invitations.
Excuse me, sir. No one's allowed up here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
All right. Places, everyone. Aren't you supposed to tell me to break a leg?
Break a leg.
Good evening. Welcome to the New York debut of our spring collection. As most of you know, Paris and Milano are being very cautious this year. Both minis and maxis, plunging necklines, and modest evening wear. If you're expecting Garner St. John to follow suit, you're wrong. Dead wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, modern clothes for modern times.
That's a bogey at 11 o'clock.
Give me a minute.
It's all right, it's okay. That guy can shoot, huh?
I'm glad he used low velocity for silence instead of something with more punch.
You feel like anything's broken?
No, I don't think so. Ow!
Sorry.
Are you all right? I thought I saw you fall.
I tripped in the dark. Wet floor.
Here we go.
Well, I knew we had a hot new line, but I didn't think it would blow a fuse. Shall we try this again?
Okay, guy's a pro, expensive pro. Left $4,000 worth of primo weaponry behind like it was a Saturday night special. No prints, natch.
And he was using 9mm hollow point. Real messy. St. John would have been very dead. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just very worried. And we don't have a clue to who's doing this or why.
Yeah, it could have been anybody. I mean, St. John's appearance tonight wasn't exactly a hush-hush event.
What do the police have?
Well, according to their computer reports, they're more in the dark than we are at this point. Now, they're waiting to get a statement from the guard, but he's still unconscious. They don't know anything about us, of course. I'm still monitoring the Paris police computer to see if they've come up with anything on the car.
Good. And check the passenger manifest of all the Paris-New York flights in the past week. And you guys keep talking to the people at his studio. Look for anything that can point to a motive.
Well, have we heard anything yet about a connection to that mob investor Larrabee?
No. That doesn't mean there isn't one. This is looking more and more like a mob contract to me.
Looking good. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Chin down. Now smile. Good, good, beautiful. Nice. Uh-huh. Beautiful. Okay, good, good, great, great. Now pout. Looking good. Beautiful, wonderful. Like it. Uh-huh, looking good, beautiful. Uh-huh. Love it, love it.
My whole life, I see these women. I see them on the covers of magazines. I see them in ads. I see them on commercials. I see them on billboards.
Okay.
Right, I look around on the streets and I say, where are they? No, they must live on a secret island someplace.
Looking good. Okay, smile. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice. Uh-huh. Love it. Love it. Good, good. Okay, Rochelle, here we go. Looking good, looking good. Beautiful, beautiful. Chin up for beauty. Yes, love it. Nice, nice. Uh-huh, here we go. Looking good. Okay, tilt down just a little bit. Okay, pout.
Jeff, I don't get it.
Okay.
Right? I get here, I got one in front of me, and what happens, it's like I turn to mush. It's like my brain and my stomach, they switch places.
Look, I'll let you know a little secret.
Right, nice.
Rochelle thinks you're cute.
Looks good.
Cute. What, so you talked to her about me?
Hey, she brought it up. Look, just go over there, introduce yourself. Let nature take its course.
Let nature take its course. Every time I do that, it's like I get lowered another notch on the evolutionary scale. I'm gonna do my job, all right? I'm gonna check the dark room, and why don't you take a look at the office?
Okay.
Love it. Good, good. Beautiful. Okay, uh-huh, love it, nice. Okay, let's download and take 5.
Hi, remember me?
Hi.
I hear you've applied to law school.
Who told you that? Oh, dumb question.
So how come you're not going to stay with St. John? Seems like a pretty good gig. I bet you're good at it.
Is that a line? Or do you just want something for your magazine piece?
Hey, maybe I just want to find out.
Forget it.
Oh, come on, off the record. St. John's doing better every year. Why would you leave?
There's no room for advancement.
Well, I don't know about that.
It's because you're only listening to him. The only one that will ever get ahead at St. John's Company is Gardner St. John. If you don't believe me, ask Rita.
Ask Rita what?
Who really designs about half the collection? Then ask her who takes credit for all of it.
Well, how does Rita feel about that?
I gotta get back to work.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I come in?
Of course you can.
I feel like a king on that chessboard. Protected, shuttled around, and not much good for anything.
Well, that's a natural reaction for someone like you, who's used to running things.
Well, the fact is, I'm just a small-town kid with the business sense of a carnival barker.
Oh, come on, Steve. All the business magazines on the market say that you're on the verge of founding an empire.
Really? Oh. I feel more like I'm standing over a cliff. I've screwed up too much. I could use some help.
You really are trying to recruit me, aren't you?
Now listen, you're bright, competent, and you keep a cool head under pressure. You wouldn't be here. And you know the fashion business. We get along. You be my vice president. I could go back to doing what I love doing most, designing beautiful clothes for beautiful women. And you'd run the empire, if it ever came to that.
Oh, what are you talking about? You have Rita to do all of that for you.
Rita was a wonderful model. As her career was winding down, she asked me if she could come on board, you know, learn the business from the ground up. I thought it was a great idea. But as the line has grown more successful, it's outgrown Rita. Not everyone is cut out to run a business. She tried, but she's also cost me 2 major contracts in the last 6 months due to mismanagement.
So what are you going to do about her?
I had a lawyer draw up a termination agreement 2 weeks ago with a golden parachute. She'll have a year's income plus a severance bonus.
Have you told her about this yet?
No. I haven't worked up the courage to tell her. Now, come on. Let's talk about your career with me. I'll give you 200 grand the first year plus 5% of whatever I clear.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is. Oh, aren't I supposed to be at the office by now?
Yeah, but I need to speak with Libby first. Would you excuse us?
Sure.
Thanks.
I was just talking to Steve about Rita. You know, I think there's a
Come wait,
definite
look, there's something I need to talk to you about. You know it's not my policy to interfere with your personal lives, and I don't want to start that.
Oh, you sound so serious, Chris.
It's just that I think your judgment is getting a little clouded by this guy.
By Steve?
Look, you were involved with him once, and that leaves memories, you know, emotions. I don't think accepting his offer is the right thing for you.
Who said anything about
Look,
accepting
would you let me
his
finish?
offer?
I know enough about him to see that the St. John legend does not allow any room for you and what you really want.
How do you know what I really want?
I know you haven't got the recognition you feel you deserve working for me. This is a secret operation. That's just the nature of the beast.
Recognition? That's what you think this is all about? Have I ever once said to you that I was dissatisfied with our agreement? Have I?
I'm only trying to protect you.
If you're afraid I'm gonna leave, why don't you just say so?
That isn't it.
No. Well, maybe it should be.
Excuse me, Tim. Allow me to give you my card, just in case.
Gwen, come on in. Hey, are you all right? You look a little dazed.
I always look like this when I walk through your studio. Where do you find these women?
I grow them in the basement, like hothouse flowers.
Yeah, maybe I should trade my law degree in for a bag of mulch. Okay. I've heard about your, shall we say, run of bad luck. The car in Paris, the falling lights. I suppose that's why you want to discuss your will.
Yeah. Thoughts of mortality and all that. You know, I'm so bad about these things. Could you just run the bottom line past me?
Well, sure. It all goes to your mother in Ohio. I hardly think she's trying to bump you off for the dough.
Right. So, no one else would benefit if I should.
Meet that big designer in the sky? Well, there's your life insurance policy. Well, you really are bad about these things. In a rare moment of sentiment, you named Rita and 3 of the models as your beneficiaries. Of course, you just might outlive us all, which is one more reason why I wish you'd reconsider the pension plan.
The pension plan?
Yeah. Well, I know you don't like me harping on it, but your girls work hard for you, Garner. You should take care of them. And not just from the grave, my friend.
According to the agency records, the car was rented by a woman believed to be American. Now, the local police tried to trace the driver's license, but it was a phony.
Yeah, see, a professional would have just stolen a car. Okay, so the Paris attempt was bungled by a female amateur, who then apparently hired a pro when St. John came to New York. I think our suspect list just went from 0 to 4.
What do you mean?
I saw St. John's lawyer today. He has a life insurance policy drawn up to compensate his models for lost wages in the event of his death. That's the way he's been able to keep so many of the models loyal to him. Now, Lee, Diana, Rochelle, and Rita are named as beneficiaries, each to receive 1 million big ones, tax-free. It could be any one of these women.
Wait a second. I think I know which one it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where's Garner?
Someplace safe.
Come in, please. Sit down. We'd like to talk with you, Rita.
What's going on?
Someone hired an assassin to kill your boss.
Hired someone? Who would do that?
We have a pretty good idea. Tell me about Carolyn Helsinger.
Well, that was my name before I changed it. A lot of models do it. It's perfectly legal.
But that wouldn't prevent you from using your birth certificate to get a passport issued in your original name. Carolyn Helsinger flew to Paris last week and returned home only hours after someone tried to run down Garner St. John.
It's obviously some sort of mistake.
I ran a check on a stock portfolio issued in your name, Rita, cashed the day before the second attempt was made on his life. $20,000 net. Just about the going rate for a good hitman these days.
Are you crazy? Why would I want to kill him?
$1 million life insurance policy for starters.
You think I'd risk life in prison for $1 million? I can make that and more in a few years.
Maybe. If you could keep your job.
How'd you find out, Rita? Did you go through St. John's files? Or did you overhear him talking about it?
You wanted to run his company. You dreamed about it for a long, long time, so that when you found that letter of termination, you felt betrayed and used. Didn't you, Rita?
What do you think? He set me up. His strong right arm, so he can throw me away like some old magazine. He won't share the spotlight with anyone. Not with me, and certainly not with you. I want to see my lawyer.
Call off the hitman, Rita. We're not the police. Help us stop him.
I can't.
But if he's successful, you go up for premeditated murder. That carries a death sentence.
You don't understand. I don't know his name. I don't have a number to reach him. He can't be contacted. There's no way to call him off.
Your friend told me how shy you were.
Jeff.
Yeah, but that's okay. I like shy men. There's so many egotists in our business.
Yeah, there are. It's a real curse, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
You have a very nice voice. I was beginning to think that you didn't speak English.
Where's Rochelle?
Oh, no. Seems like I'm never where I'm supposed to be. So, you'll call me, won't you?
Well,
But that's okay. I mean, if you're too busy.
No. I'll call you. How about you want to have dinner?
Well, there is a little Hungarian place around the corner, and it's very intimate. But what about your friend?
Jeff.
Yeah. Lee's had her eye on him, but he hasn't really talked to her.
Oh, Lee, yeah, well, Jeff, he gets kind of nervous around women, so I help him out when I can. Get Lee over here, and I'll set the whole thing up.
Okay, I will.
All right.
I suppose you're used to hearing this, but nothing I can give you will ever repay what I owe.
In your case, 10% of your year's gross will cover it pretty well.
You're a lucky man, Chris. You have a team that likes and respects you. I never realized that was important till now.
Well, I'm glad, because it'll make things a lot easier when your lawyer gets here with the papers for you to sign.
My lawyer?
A life insurance policy is a nice idea, but a pension plan for your models will get you a lot more points while you're alive.
You win. But tell me, is Penance always provided with your services?
Only when required. Goodbye.
I'll catch up with you in a second. Well, I fully expect to see your face smiling up at me from the cover of Fortune magazine sometime very soon.
And I fully expect to see you smiling at me over dinner again, telling me about your dull, boring life.
It's a deal. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Libby, would you help me with this? Just tighten it back there, if you wouldn't. All right? Okay.
What's this all about?
Oh, I don't know. Don't you sometimes feel like just getting dressed up?
What's gotten into you?
Oh, almost forgot. There's something for you in your cabin.
What?
It's on your bed. Go look.
Let me guess. A Garner St. John original.
The down payment on my feet. That's yours.
You're crazy. So how do I look?
As if you didn't know.
Well, there are certain things a woman likes to hear out loud.
Okay, how's this? You're an important, an indispensable part of this team. And I'm very glad you are still part of it. Thank you, Miss Page.
You're welcome, Mr. Chance.
Next on Human Target.
What's up, Doc?
It's one of my own patients who's trying to kill me.
Most of Michelson's patients are pretty severe cases of schizophrenia capable of exhibiting violence.
I'll kill you! I'll kill her!
He's just a boy.
What about his gift?
His sixth sense?
You know, I can feel things. Killed someone.
This has now become a homicide.
I feel you're not really Dr. Michelson.
I'm David Brinkley. This Sunday, while politicians tiptoe around a huge federal deficit, afraid to touch it, a group of Congress members and a private financier are working on a solution. Sunday.
Stay tuned for Commish next.